Hello and welcome to me, Healer K, to your July 2020 Astro Tarot energy reading. And as last month, it will be the same, that there will be two parts. The first part is the general about the astrological horoscope energies for July. And then in the second part, I will go into each zodiac house and each sign, rising sign, to see what's will happening just for you. So, okay, let's start. And I has put out the 12 zodiac signs here: the Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. And beneath every card I put the planets that are in each sign, and also the lunar eclipse and the new moon, and also where we have the North Node and the South Node. And the changes we can see from June is that now has Aries ruler Mars did enter Aries at the 28th of June, and now Mars will stay here in Aries for almost 6 months. Usually it stays 6 weeks in each sign, but it will go, now it goes direct, and later on it will go retrograde, and then again go direct. So in January next year, Mars will proceed to Taurus. And what's more new here is that here in Capricorn we will have Jupiter and Pluto come together. So in a conjunction, so it will be Jupiter that stands for abundance and Pluto for transformation. So when they come together, they can create great wealth and opportunities, create resources. And what more? Yeah. And then on the 2nd of July, Saturn retrogrades into the Capricorn to finish off what the triad started there in the eclipse in January. And it will stay there until mid of December, before it will continue over into Aquarius finally. Okay, and the 5th of July we will have a lunar eclipse, a quite small minor lunar eclipse in Capricorn. But the energy of a lunar eclipse is where we need to make changes, and this card states that Capricorn, moon in Capricorn is about accomplishment, and that's the energy we've been seeing here for the last 5-6 months, that there are a lot of change going on with the COVID triad of Saturn, Jupiter and Pluto here. So Saturn returning into here, and the lunar eclipse to take place here at the 5th of July. So more energies will come here in play. But since this is quite slow planets, this will unfold during the upcoming 6 months. Okay, and the 13th of July we have Mercury here in Cancer, Mercury is about mind, communication, and ruler of both Virgo and Gemini will start to go direct at the 13th of July. So now could be a good time to make agreements, sign deals, go into new work relations or private relations, because now you will be able to see more clear on things. The 20th, we will have a new moon in Cancer, and a moon in Cancer that's about belonging. So this will be a cozy feeling of getting closer to people around you and in your home. Okay, that's the activities that take place here during the month, and let's revise what's actions we have in each sign. So in Aries we will have the Mars energy, so we will be more active this month than previous. And Uranus continue to stay in Taurus, and the Gemini energy will be transferred and combined with Venus that started to go direct here. And Gemini and Venus now helps us to actually see our life path, digging, finding, looking, how will my path be, and what possibilities can what advantages do I have, what resources do I have, what talents do I have that I can actually use here. And for many out there, you will see that you will find new careers that you actually will start off doing, that shows up from absolutely nothing, that it's totally different from what you've been doing before. Because, and here is the help you have for that. Since it's in Gemini, now shifts can go from one thing to the other. The polarity, the duality of Gemini goes swift. So swift changes. And in Cancer, we have some activity here, and not forget that we have the Sun, the spirit energy, combined in this Cancer energy about being emotional, sensitive, caring, loving, and focusing on family and your relatives, your life partners. And the 23rd, the Sun will move from Cancer into Leo, so that will also activate an energy from coziness to more flamboyant, dramatic, proud and passionate energy that will focus on the importance of self-belief. And then we have Virgo, that's not activated any specific, same with Libra and Scorpio this month. And Sagittarius had a lot of activity last month with the solar eclipse, and the lunar eclipse, and that's now moved into and take place in Capricorn this month. So here we have a little more activity in the Capricorn. Aquarius, it was more energy in the last month, has no planets. And in June, in Pisces, Neptune started to go retrograde. So we have a lot of retrograde energy this month, both Mercury and Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, and Neptune is going retrograde. So that's why I, to sum up, put that retrograde will still be the major energy here, but the shift from July is that we will be more in more home cozy and more energy active with activation of Aries and Leo. So I also notice here that we have air is not so activated this month. So we see more of the Capricorn Earth energy, some of the Cancer Pisces water energy, and lot of activation of fire energy. So if June felt slow, there will be more traction in more things get done in July. Okay, so this is the energies for July 2020, and now we will continue with your sign, zodiac sign reading, and what will happen in your 12 houses. Hello Libra, and welcome to your July 2020 Astro Tarot energy reading. And I brought forward here your cards, your beautiful Libra card, to overview the reading here with me. And I also brought out your ascendant card that I will put under your first house in Libra. And I added the houses. The first house is where you have your ascendant in Libra, and then it continues here and ending up in the Virgo with the 12th house. And I also put out a tarot card from the Celestial Tarot on each house to see what energy you have in each house this upcoming July. So I've been sitting here looking at what energies and what story that may be wanted to be told here. We can see here that there are a lot of wands. So there are a lot of fire energy here, and also your home energy of air. We have many swords here also. So 8 of Swords, Prince of Swords, Princess of Swords here. And we also have some earth signs and and water signs with the Hangman here and the 6 of Cups. So I sense it's not such an emotional time and not so grounded time for you. Actually, it will be fire, air energies, so there will be swift energies in you this month. And when I looked through here, I don't get any sense that actually the month and the upcoming months are quite open. So there are not many things that will get manifested here. It's more like handling your energies and the energies in the collective, and your future is very dependent on your perspective, what actions you will take here. But let's go through each house here. And in the first house of yourself, how you are perceived by people around you. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. So you will be giving the outer energy of being in the change and being in on the move, and be on the move where the energy is going with you and supporting you. It's a quite happy, easy feel that I'm on a progression route here. And in the finance assets house, we have the Princess of Swords. So I sense here that, wow, what's happening with my money? What's happening with my income? When I look here on the bank account, it doesn't look like normal. So you getting new information here that you've not been working proactively with your finance and your income. This is just hitting you. So the winter image here may well reflect the sense you have within you that this not make me feel very, very secure. But this is new information for you. This happened quite recently, and you are just addressing it. And in the third house, your inner thoughts, how you are perceived and display yourself in social media, discussions. We have the Prince of Pentacles here. And you sense that, wow, around me, close around me, it's happening new things, and I need to slow down here a little and use this Prince of Pentacles energy, the earthy, even though mutable energy of Mercury. So you will slow down and try to perceive, is this a story? What's the stories that's around me? Different people have different stories, and we get caught in a lot of things, and you slow down, you say to yourself, slow down. See what's unfolding here, and where am I in this? Because your scales here have it difficult to say, okay, I join this view or perspective, or I join this, or what's pro and what is con. So you may get sense of a little bit stuck. How should I position myself in what's happening right now? And the fourth house, your home, your roots, your house, where that's in Capricorn, that's quite structured and house. Now when we have the COVID child, Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, and also we'll have this lunar eclipse that's taking place here. There is something coming to an end. A cycle is coming to an end. So you will make major changes in your family sphere. And since it's the World card, I sense that this is a long cycle ending. So you're not surprised, but you don't have a sense of you're really in control of this. In the fifth house, the house of passion, there are 8 of Wands. And 8 of Wands is an energy of speed, action, changes, news arrives. So your passion house is about romance, creativity, play, love affairs, children, sex. It's a the image here, it's a Sagittarius energy, but something is burning up here It's burning up in swift air. Fire and air are... So something is going down here. Okay. So the wand is rapid change here is happening here. A rapid completion of something. So something new can be starting here, but when something new starts, maybe it also triggers the need to close something off. Okay. In the 6th house of everyday work, everyday routines, your health, the 9 of Wands is about resilience, keeping maintenance, boundaries, grit, last stand. So it's quite fierce Draco. It's a dragon energy. You need, there's a fight going on here to maintain the normal, the stability. And in the 7th house of relating, important relationships like partnerships, spouse, business partners, boss, we have the 6 of Wands. So there is some stabilizing here, that some relationship in your life are going to deepen and get more stable. So the Wheel of Fortune, the other axis of the 1st and 7th house, they are on the same axis and mirroring each other and can also opposing each other. That you have change here that makes you happy, and it's coming something new here that deepens a solid relationship in some area. And maybe it's, since the 4th house is in change, and change in the passion house, maybe it's a new person here showing up, but entering quite slowly, but is there. The 8th house is the mirror of the 2nd house of assets. This is about spouses' money, other people's money, taxes, contracts, investments, underworld. So here we have this energy of 6 of Cups. So it's a lot of looking back and about nostalgia, happy memories. So your finance and your investments and things like that, there are under changes here. There are dynamics, and this is a Scorpio energy, so it's more to be told here. And things will happen here that you haven't foreseen. So finance, liabilities, resources are on a changing path, and you have no sense of control here right now. The 9th house, the house of travel, we have the King of Wands here. It's mature Mars, Aries energy, and I sense here that you are fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting, because you want to have some dynamic here. So there are something here that's fighting with you, and you are fighting. And it's the King of Wands. It's a mature fire energy, and a stubborn energy. So it's almost more in this house. Give me a sense. Let's see what we have Venus here and North Node, life purpose. Okay, so you're knocking on the door to something new that don't want to be revealed yet. So this more is about the inner journey. And your reputation house, the career house, in the 10th house, you have the 8 of swords. So it's a Gemini energy, and it's on the axis of the let's see here, the 4th house, yes, where something is closing, and you are a little bit stuck here with the dynamics that are taking place. So your career path, or who you are viewed in the professional and outward world, is under change and hit by this Venus energy. So something is not clear here, and of course we have Mercury in Cancer, and Mercury is on retrograde reinvention. So you are reinventing your career in some way. The 11th house, the Edge. This is about tribes, group, friendships, community. And also this is the house of connecting with cosmos, hopes and dreams to come true, and about the future. And you have it in Leo, and the sun is moving in Leo during July. So I think later on in this into July, the Prince of Swords is, you see something new that you will put in motion. It's also a Gemini energy, and that's Mercury. So you're getting a clearer view of what's going on and what will be your agenda, and who are you here. So mutable air, it will be in your friendship, your community. You will set pace. And in the 12th house, the last house, you have in Virgo. And so this is a quite structured house to have the 12th house energy, which is of the Pisces. This house is about, let's see here. Yeah, the retreat, the escape, where you go inside to hide in the unconscious, to release things, rejuvenate yourself and leave things. And here we have the Hanged Man, which is and Neptune is the energy here. So the Hanged Man is about gaining new perspectives, and you come to the conclusion that you are in the need of new perspectives, but it's also a stacked feeling. And we see here that in the everyday work, in the 6th house, that the other axis here, you are fighting to get under control everyday work. And I sense that this 12th house that are trying to get a sense of get sense of what's all happening now, and how you should respond to it, and be reflected on you in a deeper level. It's quite shaking. So of course, if you're shaken inside, you everyday work and everyday routines will get disturbed. Okay, so there are a lot of ongoing dynamics, and the new you is just started its transformation path. And if you like this reading, please hit the like button and subscribe. We can see each other later, because I will do an extended reading. that will be available on Patreon. So please become a Patreon and see the extended reading where I will clarify each house and each card with 3 cards of the Rider-Waite-Smith. So please stay here. I will not close the camera until I added all the cards, so you can see what cards that will be clarifying each house. So I say bye bye Libra, and hope to see you on Patreon, and please stay and look on the cards that I will put out here for the extended reading. So what more information do Libra need to know? King and Cup and Death did show up here. And the stuck energy of 4 of Pentacles. Okay, let's see. So in the first house, the Wheel of Fortune will be clarified with 6 of Cups, 3 of Hearts, and 2 of Pentacles. And the second house, Princess of Swords, will be clarified with 3 of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and the High Priestess. In the third house, Prince of Pentacles, will be clarified with 9 of Wands, Ace of Swords, and 4 of Swords. And the fourth house, the World card, will be clarified with Queen of Swords, the Moon, and the Justice card. And the fifth house of Passion, the 8 of Wands, will be clarified with 2 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, and the Devil. And the sixth house, 9 of Wands, will be clarified with Knight of Swords, Temperance, and 6 of Wands. In the seventh house of important relationships, the 6 of Wands will be clarified with Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and 5 of Pentacles. And the 8th house, 6 of Cups, will be clarified with 4 of Wands, the Star, and Queen of Wands. In the 9th house, King of Wands, will be clarified with 2 of Swords, 7 of Swords, and Page of Pentacles. And the 10th house of 8 of Swords, clarified with 7 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, and 8 of Wands. And the 11th house, Prince of Swords, 10 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the Hermit will clarify that. And finally, the 12th house, the Hangman, clarified with 5 of Cups, Queen of Cups, and 10 of Swords. So here you have the cards for the extended reading, and see you again, Libra. Bye bye. Have a nice month.